Students are getting ready to go back to school for the next school year, and we are in the midst of a back to school sales tax holiday. We had a community field day last week, also a tour of the Palm Beach Zoo with the Palm Beach County Legislative Delegation, and a press conference with me and members of the faith community concerning the new standards and curriculum for Black history in schools here in Florida. This and much more today on the Powell Press. I am State Senator Bobby Powell Jr., representing Senate District 24 here in Palm Beach County, and let's get right into it. Starting on July 22nd, my team and I had the opportunity to attend the Spirit of Giving's annual Back to School Palm Beach County event held at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. Now, this was a few days before the start of the Back to School sales tax holiday, which started on July 24th and goes through August 6th. Make sure you get out right now and get your school supplies, because right now, for a limited time, certain items are tax-free, including some computers and clothes. So make sure you take care of your students and yourself as you get people back to school. Now, here in Palm Beach County, at the Palm Beach County Convention Center, over 10,000 students attended this back to school annual event to receive backpacks, school supplies, parent resources, and other materials and essentials to kickstart the school year, and make sure that your students and our students here in Palm Beach County are academically prepared. Later on that day, myself, Representative Gervonta Edmonds, and Dr. Teresa Johnson of the Haverhill Town Council held a town hall sponsored by Faith in Florida and Dr. Tony Drayton, Reverend Dr. Tony Drayton, to discuss some legislative issues that went into effect on July 1st. We talked about immigration, abortion. Who could not talk about the issues going on with regard to teaching of African American history and those who were enslaved in our school system, as well as a number of other items, including the license to carry guns. Now, this was hosted, or I guess emceed or mastered of ceremonies, by Alejandro Bradford, who the former intern here in our office, who's doing great things in the community. Thank you to Dr. Teresa Johnson in the town of Haverhill for allowing us to come into your community for this amazing event. On that same day, I joined the community in a field day event at Gaines Park. And boy, was it hot out there. Now, we had the opportunity to meet with a lot of nonprofits who were having a field day. Students and young people were very active, as well as the community coming together to share in the fellowship and opportunity of living here in Palm Beach County. July 24th, my team and I had the opportunity to attend a legislative delegation tour of the Palm Beach County Zoo, or the Dreher Park Zoo, as some of us have known it. We got a chance to see some of the wildlife and animals, as well as to feed the birds, but also learn more about the incredible conservation efforts at the zoo and their plans for future expansion. I want to thank the members of the Palm Beach Zoo and the Palm Beach County Legislative Delegation for giving us the opportunity to learn a lot more about the zoo that we sometimes just know is there. What an opportunity it was also to see a real life Florida panther. On Wednesday, I had the opportunity to sit down with CBS News 12 reporter Victoria DeCardenas to discuss the new standards for African American history that are approved by the Florida State Board of Education. I, along with many of my colleagues, have condemned these new standards. Basically, the belief that slavery benefited those people who were enslaved is disingenuous at best, and at most, it's extremely, extremely concerning and hypocritical to say such a thing. After this opportunity to speak with Victoria DeCardenas, I went over to the school district of Palm Beach County, where I joined several faith leaders and a press conference to actively and outwardly condemn and push back against these very, very dangerous standards that will be taught in our schools. The truth of the matter is, there needs to be a lot more information provided to discuss the holistic approach to African American history beyond just slavery, but definitely no revisionist history pushed here. I believe that history is best told when it is accurate and not told from a side of there's just Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, but a sweeping broadscape of the entirety, the comprehensive issues that people who were enslaved faced, the dangers and the harms that were caused by slavery, as well as where we are today and where we still need to go. And there's a push to meet with Manny Diaz, who is the Secretary of Education here in the state of Florida. Also on Wednesday, we had the opportunity to attend the Palm Beach County League of Cities meeting. What a wonderful opportunity for individuals and representatives from the municipalities throughout Palm Beach County to join for fellowship and a learning opportunity. This week, they discussed the elections and the new Form 6 disclosure that's required. But it's also important to note that I was the recipient of a League of Cities Legislative Appreciation Award. This is one of the awards that I've been successful in obtaining throughout the years for my continuous fight for home rule. Thank you to the Florida League of Cities as well as the Palm Beach County League of Cities for noticing how hard my team and I have worked when we've gone to Tallahassee. On Friday, I had the opportunity to join the Florida chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects at their annual conference down in Miami on a panel to discuss frequent and recent legislation as well as advocacy for landscape architects and the issues that are on the horizon for them. It was very special that my colleague, Senator Catalyou, was also there to discuss the Live Local Act. We sat on a panel together to discuss many of the issues that we deal with in Tallahassee, as well as to let the landscape architects know how they can be helpful to us in the next legislative session. All right, everyone, a life of service is indeed a life that counts. I am State Senator Bobby Powell. Reminding you can find us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and other forms of social media. For Diane Andre Esquire, Michelle DeMarco, and Malcolm Summons, the team here at Team Powell and the Florida Senate District 24, we will see you on the next edition of the Powell Press. Thank you and see you soon.